Welcome to Worldwide Social Game. Hey, what's up, guys? Bromsky47 back for another rendition. Alright, so check this out. Today we're going to talk about How to Survive. How to Survive came out October 2013. And when it first came out, it was on sale. I think I understand why it was on sale right away. But I digress. We're going to talk about the game first. It's got a little co-op. You can play with your buddies, and you can play at the same time, so it's multiplayer. Now, it's itemized as full controller support. It also has Steam cards and Steam achievements, which is real nice. So then you can kind of follow along with your progression in the game. It has mostly positive reviews. Overall, very positive, at about 14,000 reviews. Okay, well, here it is, February 2017. All right, now keep that in mind. But we're going to go back to talking about the game. The game takes on a top-down shooter, kind of like a Dota, Torchlight. You run around and run quests for different characters in the game. They make you go do things. You got to fight these zombies. Now, when I first started playing this game, I was playing keyboard and mouse, and you can see it here. You can see a little circle that you got to use my mouse to direct my line of fire. This is very daunting, man. It's really hard to do. I didn't find it enjoyable at all, to be quite honest with you. And so most of the time you're running around, you're looting stuff, collecting items. Has a little bit of crafting in it. You need to collect like 3 or 4 items to make one item. Make a gun, make a bow and arrow. And so when you kill the zombies, they drop stuff. Most of the time you're just running around the woods. Eventually you upgrade, you get guns, you get a torch, which is real handy at night and to light zombies on fire. So eventually, I couldn't take the keyboard anymore and the mouse, and I switched over to my Logitech Rumble Pad. So now, if you noticed, I got the A button there because I busted out the Rumble Pad because I couldn't take the keys anymore.
Great. Thank you. This should be enough to keep them at bay. As promised, here's my flashlight. If they come after, aim the light at them, and they will stay away for a while. Okay? All right, good. Let's get back to the real issue, the gasoline.
And you complete your mission, right? So that's kind of the gist of the game. I'm sure you played plenty of games like this. Then you meet this guy, Kovac.
Oh, so you are alive. After all that commotion in the village, I expected to see you dead.
Yeah, you meet the guy Kovac, and basically he introduces you into the real game. And the real game, not only do you have to craft stuff, but then you get thirsty, you get hungry, and you have your health. So those 3 items are on top of your power, or your health. They all combine to make your health. Oh, and you also have sleep. So you have to go to these little dens that he created, and you have to sleep there. You have to, of course, every time you go to these little dens, you got to clean out all the zombies so that you can sleep. You shut the door, you sleep, you wake up. Usually it's in the middle of the night. All right, so let's get back to what I was talking about in the beginning. Now, when I first set up this game, I had a completely black screen. It was completely black. I couldn't figure out why. So I had to spend an hour and a half, actually it's more like 3 hours, on the internet searching why my screen was just black. And so I found out that people with multiple monitors, now I run multiple monitors, just had that black screen. I have a pretty beefed up computer, and this game's kind of old, so it should be no-brainer. It should work no problem. However, I'm sure you guys are probably more familiar than I am with ports. And this is a ported game. This is Xbox, PS4, very disappointing. Very disappointing. If you spend your hard-earned money on a game, and then you got to spend 3-4 hours trying to set it up. Anyway, I ended up having to change my resolution and make it compatible, something in my not run as administrator, but something, dude. I put it on the website, what it is I had to check off, but it ended up so that also I had to go into the settings of the game, the configuration, and turn it into window, and that's why you see the bar at the top, because I had to play it in a window. But you know, for a done game and a game that's sold on Steam, which is mainly a PC platform, I don't understand why they wouldn't go the extra length to make those changes. And that goes for all developers, not just this one. It's just I just see it all the time. Here, here's a little part. I had to meet this chick, and
got Henry in here before the door locked behind us. You'll have to find the network control desk and reactivate it. We must take Henry to the medical post on the island. His heart may stop at any moment. Be quick.
She's a scientist. She got some buddy. I gotta go turn on the electricity. Anyway,
you can't miss it.
I just don't understand why in these games they don't go the extra mile when they release it on PC platform. I'm sure it was great with a gamepad. I ended up busting out the Rumble Pad from Logitech to play the rest of this game. And, you know, at that point I found it enjoyable. However, the whole setting up part, nobody wants to set up stuff, especially when you buy a game. When you buy a game, you want it plug and play. I have no patience, and, you know, maybe it's my fault. No, it's not my fault for the graphics. It's my fault for not setting up the gamepad correctly. I ended up not having set up the gamepad correctly, and, you know, it was a little tougher to play on the gamepad. Although it was enjoyable because I never play games on gamepad. But the graphics issue, I mean, how do I say this nicely? Come on, man. You know, it's the same with publishers and developers that have the third-party agreement where you have to go outside of Steam. You got to log into something in order to play the game. That's just retarded. I'm sorry. That's just retarded. And so I just think that most of these games should be plug and play. So I'm going to leave it up to you whether you think this is a good game. I'll tell you what, it has great graphics. It has great gameplay. And I thoroughly enjoyed it once I got it set up. However, the 3 hours to set it up, I mean, I'm just going to say it like this, man. To the developer, to the publisher, I'm going to say it nicely. And this is how I'm going to say it. Look, if you want to sell this game, you want to sell more of this game, fix it. I'm not trying to be a jerk, man. Fix it, because people will buy your game. That's what I don't understand, is they always want to go on to the next big thing. You know, if you took an extra couple hours or maybe a week or even a month just to fix this game before you started the next one, this game would still be selling. That's what I don't understand. People would still be buying this game and not complaining. You know, I'm just going to say it like that. Excuse me, only because it's not just this developer. You know, overall, they got a very positive score, so they probably didn't even care. They're probably bashing me for my hardware, bashing me for my technical skills. That's all fine. I'm just telling you, in my experience, that it wasn't as pleasant as I anticipated. All right, I'll leave it at that. Anyway, make the choice yourself. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll get back to you with some more good games. Broski47, peace out.